If you have been searching for a truly unique classic car that blends iconic 1950s styling with the reliability and comfort of modern upgrades, then this 1958 Plymouth Belvedere deserves your attention. Unlike many survivors that are riddled with rust or patched together just to keep them running, this example has been treated with the care, investment, and dedication it deserves. Restored from the frame up and updated with components designed for both performance and everyday drivability, this Belvedere stands as a shining example of how a classic car can honor its past while embracing the future. With its unmistakable 1950s fins, chrome details, and presence on the road, the 1958 Belvedere remains one of Plymouth's most iconic designs. This car is not just about nostalgia. It is about the experience of owning a vehicle that feels just as comfortable cruising down the highway today as it did rolling out of the factory nearly 7 decades ago. A brief history of the 1958 Plymouth Belvedere. The Plymouth Belvedere, particularly from the late 1950s, holds a special place in automotive history. While Plymouth was positioned as Chrysler's affordable brand, the Belvedere offered a perfect balance of style and practicality. By 1958, America was fully in the era of bold fins, sweeping chrome, and the dream of futuristic motoring. Cars were meant to be statements of personal taste, and Plymouth was no exception. That year, the Belvedere could be had in several body styles, including coupes, convertibles, and sedans. With its jet-age looks, it stood as a direct competitor to Chevrolet's Impala and Ford's Fairlane. Today, collectors still admire these cars for their distinctive design, particularly the front fascia and tail fins that perfectly embody the forward-look styling of Chrysler designer Virgil Exner. Yet, while many cars from this era look good parked in a collection, they often lack the reliability and comfort expected in modern driving. That's where this particular Belvedere separates itself from the rest. It combines the timeless beauty of 1950s styling with the trusted reliability of a modern Ford F-150 powertrain. The engine Ford F-150 power for reliability. Under the hood, this Belvedere hides a secret that transforms it into a truly enjoyable driver. Instead of relying on an old carbureted motor that demands constant tinkering, it has been fitted with a dependable Ford F-150 engine. This swap brings a number of advantages. Reliable power delivery. The engine runs smoothly and efficiently, providing plenty of power for highway cruising without sacrificing fuel economy. Modern fuel management. With upgrades including a new gas tank, sending unit, battery, MAS flow sensor, temperature sensors, and a quiet fuel pump, this car has been tuned to perform consistently in all conditions. Easy maintenance. Replacement parts are far easier to find than for a vintage Plymouth engine, meaning future servicing is straightforward and affordable. This thoughtful upgrade makes the Belvedere drive not just like a classic, but like a modern car ready for daily use or long weekend road trips. Mechanical features and comfort upgrades. Unlike many classic cars that are beautiful but difficult to handle, this Belvedere has been updated with features that make driving a genuine pleasure. Power steering. Smooth, effortless steering at all speeds. Power brakes. Confident stopping power, unlike the vague drum brakes of the original 1950s design. Air conditioning. A must-have for warm climates, making summer drives enjoyable and comfortable. Modern electronics. AM/FM/CD/MP3 stereo system ensures you can enjoy music with today's connectivity while cruising in vintage style. The result is a car that not only turns heads but also provides modern comfort behind the wheel. The restoration frame-off and rust-free. When it comes to classic cars, rust is often the biggest concern. Many cars from the 1950s suffer from hidden corrosion issues that compromise both safety and appearance. Fortunately, this Belvedere has undergone a frame-off restoration, ensuring that every inch of the chassis and body was carefully inspected, repaired, and refinished. Solid frame, no rust. The foundation of the car is strong, straight, and free from the structural issues that plague unrestored examples. Attention to detail. From the undercarriage to the engine bay, care has been taken to ensure the car not only looks great but also performs flawlessly. Reliability first. Every major system, fuel, electrical, cooling has been refreshed with new parts, making this car as dependable as it is stylish. The end result is a Belvedere that you can proudly show at car meets, drive confidently on the open road, and pass on to future generations as a reliable piece of automotive history. Driving impressions. Climb behind the wheel and you'll quickly realize this isn't just another 1950s classic. The combination of the Ford F-150 engine with power steering, power brakes, and a carefully restored chassis means this car truly drives like a contemporary automobile. Acceleration is smooth, highway cruising is stable, and braking is confident. The suspension, tuned during the restoration, ensures comfort over long distances without sacrificing control. This is not a car that belongs locked away in a garage. It's a car designed to be enjoyed on the road. Owners often find that while many classics look the part, they feel dated when driven. This Belvedere solves that issue by blending vintage style with modern function. Whether you want to drive it to a weekend car show or take it on a scenic highway trip, it will deliver. Exterior appeal, a true 1950s icon. The 1958 Plymouth Belvedere remains one of the most recognizable vehicles from its era, and this restored example proudly displays the very features that made it famous. Jet age fins. Sweeping rear fins that give the car its unmistakable silhouette. Chrome accents. Bright work that has been polished and preserved, highlighting the car's lines. Timeless profile. Long, low, and wide, the Belvedere captures the optimistic spirit of post-war America. Even parked, this car commands attention. People of all ages are drawn to it, whether they remember the 1950s or simply admire the bold design. Interior comfort, step inside, and you'll find a cabin that blends vintage charm with modern usability. The restoration process ensured that the upholstery, dashboard, and controls all reflect the original spirit of the Belvedere, but with refreshed materials for comfort and durability. Highlights include comfortable seating for long drives, restored dash with easy-to-read gauges, updated stereo system with modern input options, clean, well-fitted carpeting and headliner. It's a space that feels welcoming, nostalgic, and yet entirely practical for today's driving environment. One owner, clear title. Unlike many classics that have passed through countless hands and questionable histories, this Belvedere is a one-owner vehicle with a clear title. That fact alone adds to its value and desirability. Ownership history matters, and having documentation that this car was loved and preserved by a single dedicated owner provides peace of mind to the next buyer. Collector appeal. Why should this 1958 Plymouth Belvedere stand out to collectors? Rare example. Belvederes from this era are becoming harder to find, especially in rust-free condition. Restored and upgraded. Many collectors appreciate originality, but the upgrades here make this car usable in ways an untouched survivor cannot match. Turnkey. Ownership. Instead of buying a project car that requires endless work, this Belvedere is ready to be enjoyed immediately. Strong market interest. Classic Mopars, especially from the 1950s, have been steadily appreciating in value. This is the type of car that appeals not only to longtime collectors but also to younger enthusiasts looking for a classic they can actually drive and enjoy. Final thoughts. The 1958 Plymouth Belvedere is more than just another restored classic. It is a carefully built fusion of timeless design and modern engineering. With its Ford F-150 powertrain, updated mechanicals, and comfortable interior, it offers the best of both worlds. The visual impact of a 1950s icon and the drivability of a modern car. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a first-time buyer, or someone who simply wants to experience the joy of owning a car that makes people smile wherever it goes, this Belvedere deserves a place in your garage. Key highlights recap. 1958 Plymouth Belvedere, fully restored. Powered by Ford F-150 engine. Power. Steering, power brakes, AC. New gas tank, battery, MAS flow, sensors, quiet fuel pump, and plugs. Modern stereo, AM/FM/CD/MP3. Solid frame, no rust. Drives like a contemporary car. One owner vehicle with clear title. This car represents not only a piece of history but also a future of enjoyment for its next lucky owner.